Hey guys, it is Mike from Baltimore Rides here. It is Monday, Labor Day, September 4th, about 3:50 a.m. and I am finally done with my Sunday night. So this is like Super Bowl, down to the last minute, fourth quarter, seconds to go. I needed 3 rides between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. to get my Quest bonus, my 110, and I made it. So monumental day, guys. I did not make any videos earlier in the day. I'm not gonna lie. I rushed down to DC, didn't even stop in Baltimore or at BWI. I just got my ass down to DC as quick as I could so that I could start grinding and getting the number of rides I needed. Now here's the surprise though, okay? Because this is kind of the happy accident. My phone the magnet case is awesome, but it doesn't really want to hold it horizontally. It wants to hold it vertically. So it's like creeping slowly down. Sorry. But here's the cool part. The cool part is that in addition to getting the $110 bonus for 65 rides, I did $250 or thereabouts in fares today on my own before the bonus, just grinding. You know, I think I did 2 or 3 Reagan airport trips kind of early in the day, but the rest of my rides were just city riding, back and forth, but there was surge throughout the day and, you know, just popped up here and there. Some long trips. I think I did a couple trips that were, you know, decent, kind of double digits. You know, one out to all the way to Fairfax or like Chantilly. So, you know, a couple good sized trips that actually scared me because they took me away from the city. And I kind of like shaked my leg and hustled back. But really it was just a lot of city driving, guys. A lot of Georgetown, a lot of U Street, you know, Maine down by the waterfront, 5th Street down by Chinatown, like H and 5th, which is like Chinatown. So just kind of all over the city, just driving my ass off. I think I did 26 trips today, is I think the number. It might be 28. But, you know, it's an epic number of trips. And to consider that I did, I got to do the math in my head, but bear with me here, $880 in 4 days, and then got the $110 bonus. Oh, well, here's the asterisk. So the Quest was 65 trips for $110. And what I thought was an extra kicker, 18 trips for $50, was kind of like a consolation prize. So it's basically like a halfway prize. If you did 18 trips, you got $50, but if you did the 65, you got 110. I thought it was both, but I'm mistaken. It is not. So, you know, a little bit of a sore tenderness there. I'm not going to worry about it. $900+ in 4 days is monumental. It's, you know, it's monumental. And, you know, not only do I really feel good about it, and, you know, look, my hours were not exaggerated. It's basically 12-hour shifts, kind of 3 to 3. Today's a little bit later because I was kind of down to the wire. But I did take an hour lunch. You know, yesterday I started around 4. I mean, it varies, you know, 4:35, whatever time I started yesterday. So it varies, but, you know, the money's there to be made. The money is there to be made. And I'll be honest, guys, you know, I love airport rides because they're nice trips, they're long, there's that quiet downtime where you're socializing, and, you know, that's kind of cool, but I like making money more. And even though tonight was just a lot of driving, let me look and tell you how many miles I put on the car. 277. I went through 3/4 of a tank of gas in that because it was city driving. It wasn't highway driving. So my average fuel economy today was not that great. It dropped down to like 25, which is city driving today. So that kind of was sucky. And that's probably a price I'll have to pay. I'll have to budget that, city driving is going to be more, less fuel efficient, more fuel expensive than the airport rides. But at the end of the day, I cannot think of a time, it's been a while, if at all, where I've had 4 $200+ days in a row. I mean, I know I've had a couple, Friday, Saturday, Sundays where I did $200. I know I've had bunches of them, especially in, like May, June. But, August and July, there were plenty of Friday, Saturday, Sundays where I only had one $200 day out of the 3. So this is pretty significant. And I think it's Labor Day related. I really do. I mean, the bars were open late Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. I mean, it's 4 a.m. and U Street is still kicking. So that tells me that this later bar schedule is part of the benefit, because I was working till 3 a.m. last night. I was working till 2:30, 3 a.m. Thursday night, Friday night. I mean, it's, so it gave me a couple extra hours added up between the 3 nights that realistically wouldn't be there. The surge was phenomenal, guys. The surge and boost was phenomenal, and it was the likes of which I've never seen in Baltimore. Except for those freak moments where you're in the red spot at just the right time, but it evaporates 30 seconds later, like a moonrise festival. I mean, we were talking about boost tonight and surge tonight that was just amazing. So not as much boost. The boost kind of only appeared at the end, but the surge cloud was there off and on pretty much all day. In different areas, Alexandria. I was across the river in Alexandria a lot tonight. And that still counts. It's still greater DC. So don't be afraid of it. Crystal City, at the end of the night, I probably got 6 rides in 45 minutes out of Crystal City. So all little short stuff, but I'll take it. So that's my night, guys. I am overly ecstatic. I'm tired. My legs hurt. My eyes are tired. I am limping home. I know it's going to take about an hour to get home. I so wish I could get a cup of coffee for the ride home, but I really just want to go home and crash. So I don't really want to put a whole lot of caffeine in my body. I'm going to put the window down as soon as I shut the video off, and get some fresh air in the cabin here, and hopefully that'll wake me up a little bit. But I wanted to share my success with you guys, because this was a huge, it's just a huge challenge. Honestly, coming back from the beach, 4 days to really do what I would normally do in 6. The incentives and promotions that my DC account offers versus what I was normally getting with Baltimore obviously helped. I mean, I'm not going to lie, guys, it helped. DC driving, the trips are a little bit bigger, they're a little bit longer, the tips are great. I think I did $50 in tips this week, out of whatever it is, let's call it $800 in fare. That's 5%, 6%. I'll take it. $50 in tips in a week, that's great. It's money that Uber doesn't take. I think I've done 1 Lyft ride all week. And here's the deal, guys. This was literally a week where I did not turn Lyft on at all, except for that one day. So, imagine what I know now. If I have a 5 or 6 day work week where I can really grind with Uber, but also have Lyft running in the background for those, the quiet times, I can make probably an extra $150 on Lyft on top of what I'm doing. So it's exciting stuff. it's exciting stuff. It's premature to assume anything, but it's really exciting stuff, guys. So, that's where we stand. I'm going to log off here now, and I'm not saying I'm not ever going to go back to BWI. I'm sure there's some people that would be pleased if I did say that, because there are some hurt feelings, is the nicest way I can put it. And I'm not going to really get into that. I've covered that enough, I feel like. But I'm not leaving anything. I'm not going to close doors. I'm not going to say that there's a strategy I'm not going to use. I'm just going to say that as I add more strategies and more areas to my tool belt, everything is always ever changing. DC, it's definitely a moneymaker, guys. It's no joke. It's a moneymaker. So that's where we stand for now. Great week. I am so tired. I'm going to go home. I'm going to crash. Tomorrow is Labor Day. I am probably going to work tomorrow because the last I remember was that my wife wanted me to take Lucky to a Cub Scout meeting on Thursday. So my plans kind of changed. Originally, I was going to be doing Mondays off with Sophie's ballet schedule. Now it looks like that's not the case because her ballet schedule changed. So it's up in the air what day I'm going to take off this week. I just don't know. But it's Labor Day tomorrow, and I think that's going to be a moneymaker. So as far as I know, I'm working. Unless the wife tells me otherwise, I am working tomorrow, guys. So I'm going to get some sleep. I'm long-winded. I know it. It's late at night. Hopefully you guys are patient with me regarding that. And you understand that I kind of just wander a little bit in my thoughts, but I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it that you guys hang with me. Thank you, everybody that's that's reaching out to me. Thank you, everybody that's subscribing and watching the videos. I had a guy text me last night, Joe, if you're watching this, talking about you. Texted me at I don't know what the hell time it was. It was 3 a.m. or something. Hey, Mike, I just saw one of your videos. I'm sitting here killing time, and I just thought I would text you and say hey. And at first I was like, wait a minute, is somebody catfishing me? Is this somebody playing a joke on me? But it didn't. I got the vibe. It didn't sound like it. So, Joe, if you're real and you're out there, buddy, I appreciate you sending me a text and just giving me a shout out. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to everybody else that's subscribed. If you're watching my videos and you're trying to learn and you're trying to figure things out like I am, please let me know. Shoot me a message in the YouTube videos. Go back to one of my old videos where I gave you my cell phone. Here it is again, 443-398-1772. I wish I could do a little ticker tape thing on the bottom of the screen, but I don't know how the hell to do that. I'm not technical. It was complicated enough just figuring out how to do this horizontal video thing so that I can splice stuff in. But that's that, guys. It's a wrap. Get some sleep. I'm going to get some. Good night.